Welcome to our bright classroom. I am so glad you are here today because we are learning how to show ownership in English. We do this using what are called possessive words. These are simply the tools we use to show that something, like a bright, colorful backpack, belongs to a specific person. We divide these words into two groups based on how they behave. One group, the possessive adjectives, always tags along with a friend. The other group, the possessive pronouns, prefers to do the entire job all by itself. To figure out which word is the right choice for your sentence, we are going to use something I like to call the buddy system. Let me show you how it works. Let's start with our first group, the possessive adjectives. Think of these as our buddy words. They are a little shy. They cannot stand all by themselves in a sentence, so they always need to hold hands with a noun. This chart shows our complete list of buddy words. Instead of saying I, we use my. You becomes your. He becomes his. She becomes her. It becomes its. We becomes our. And they becomes their. Because they are buddy words, they always come right before the noun they are describing. If you have a book, you say my book. The adjective comes first, holding hands with the noun right next to it. The exact same thing happens if you say your pencil or his bag. Notice how the word showing ownership always has its noun buddy right there beside it. This image shows a really important spelling rule for the word its. When we are talking about an animal, like a dog wagging its tail or sitting in its house, we spell its with no apostrophe, just the letters ITS. We can keep going down the list. We say her dress, our classroom, and their house. The pattern is always the same. So if you are using a word from our pink list, just remember the rule. It is a buddy word, and it is never found without a noun friend right after it. Now, let's look at our second group, possessive pronouns. These words are strong and independent. You can think of them like magic erasers. They completely replace the noun, so we don't have to keep repeating the same word over and over. This table shows our independent words. I becomes mine, you becomes yours, he becomes his, and she becomes hers. Notice it is blank. No independent word exists for it. We becomes ours, and they becomes theirs. Let's see that magic eraser. Instead of this is my book, we say this book is mine. The noun book disappears, and mine takes over. You can do this with the other words too. The pencil is yours. The bag is his. The dress is hers. These independent words never hold hands with a noun. They stand alone. We can say, the classroom is ours, or the bicycles are theirs. The sentence makes perfect sense, and we didn't have to add any extra words to the end. These independent words are the solo stars of our lesson. They do the work of an adjective and a noun, combined into one single word. Cautionary. On the right track, just look at what comes next. If a noun is right there, use the adjective. If no noun follows, use the pronoun. Let's put our system to the test with a quick classroom worksheet. We'll look at a few sentences together and choose the correct word. Here is question 1. This is blank book. Look right after the blank. We see the noun book. Because we have a noun, we need a buddy word. So the correct answer is my. Question 2. This book is blank. Look right after the blank. There is no noun. The word has to stand completely alone. So we use our independent word, mine. Moving on to questions 3 and 4. That is blank bicycle. The noun bicycle is right there, so we need the buddy word, their. The next sentence says, that bicycle is blank. It stands alone at the end, so we need the independent word, theirs. For questions 5 and 6, we're talking about a girl. She dropped blank lunchbox. The noun is right next to it, so we use her. Next, the lunchbox is blank. Solo spot. The answer is hers. Questions 7 and 8. This is blank school. We spot the noun buddy, so we fill in our. But if we say this school is blank, the word sits alone at the end, making the answer ours. Finally, questions 9 and 10. Did you bring blank pencil? The noun is there, so we use your. And for is this pencil blank? There is no noun following it, so we pick the independent word yours. And remember, If you are ever tempted to add an apostrophe to yours or ours or hers, this red X is here to remind you. None of these words ever use an apostrophe. Great job! By simply checking to see if a noun is standing next to your blank space, you can get the answer right every single time. Let's do a quick recap. We have our buddy words on one side and their independent partners on the other side. Adjectives are the buddy words that always need to hold hands with a noun. Pronouns act as magic erasers, standing completely independent to keep our sentences simple. Great job today, class! Because of your hard work, you now know exactly how to use these special words to show what belongs to you. Keep an eye out for these words when you read, and keep practicing your word buddy tests in your own writing. I'll see you next time.
Enroll today for a free demo at www.vidvanalearning.com.